On the heels of Big Meech being released from a federal prison and serving 20 years on a 30-year sentence, there's been a lot of narratives floating around on why he actually got out 10 years early. I've been consuming a lot of content and doing my own work on why he actually got out. And I was watching No Jumper, and BRICC Baby said something that sparked a light bulb in my thoughts and started to make me think.
I can tell you every story, then I can tell you what's gonna be the biggest politic right now. What I'm saying is, no, they trying to already put the word out that he used the girl third party to tell why he was in jail. That's gonna be his biggest politic. I'm gonna go for it because at the end of the day, I'm gonna just no for real, because I already seen like 4 videos about it. That's my big homie. I salute, I got this death before dishonor tatted up. Never dug into, they had tried to X Blue Davinci out for taking a proper all that. Or they ain't did nothing but show me. I was 17 years old when I got into that.
He's a real. After he said that, I started to do my homework and came across an interview with Blue Davinci on Cam Capone News, and they had a conversation with a guy by the name of Cuffy, where he claimed Big Meech coerced an informant named Tammy to set him up and get him 27 years.
How did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy, and how did all that come together where they were able to, put all that together?
How did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy so you could get caught up in it? How did that happen? So that means you got to go back to the movie.
Okay, so let me take them back. So me and Tammy were working on the BMF movie. I originally had the script and paid for the script for the BMF movie, not the show that 50's doing on Stars. But I originally paid for the script for the BMF movie, so we were shopping the movie.
So Tammy was involved at that time, which is CS1. So
Tammy COWAN, CS1, had all Meech's life rights.
Right. And what year was that?
This all the way back in 09, 2010.
Okay. So
we proved that there was a legitimate business.
Right.
Legal business.
Right.
So, Meech, so let's take it back. The original target was the guy by the name of Fidel Suarez. That was a Mexican cartel member out of California. He was the initial target.
Right. Fidel Suarez was the initial target out of Cali.
His name is in the paperwork.
Right.
Tammy was trying to get Suarez.
I just added a small clip of the conversation, but that phone call was about 7 minutes long. So I started to dig some more, and I came across some audio of Cuffy's daughter restoring her father's honor and telling the world that Big Meech is no good and he snitched on her father, which is why he in the feds right now serving almost 30 years.
I'm Tamara Gatling. I'm making this recording in regards to my dad. He's Dion Gatling. Most people know him as Cuffy. But I wanted to make this recording so I can shed light on some facts. My dad was set up by one of his best friends, which is Demetrius Flannery, also known as Big Meech. My dad and Meech have been friends for 30 years plus. I've known Meech my whole life. I look at him like an uncle. Like, this situation has been completely devastating on so many different levels, and there's still so many questions that aren't answered. At this point, I can only shed light on what I know for sure to be facts, and hopefully one day I will have the complete truth. But in 2011, around that time, Meech reached out to my dad in regards to creating a BMF movie. So Meech hooked my dad up with a woman named Tammy Cohens. At the time, Tammy was Meech's power of attorney. Also, she owned the life rights. So my dad was working with Meech, Tammy, T, basically trying to work on a movie. Finally arrested my dad and we received the discovery. He knew exactly who CS1 was, and he told me and my mom that it was Tammy Cohens. At that time, we really did not want to believe. We wanted to give Meech the benefit of the doubt. It was really, really hard to believe that Meech would set my dad up. It was almost unbelievable. So we were able to like reach out, get a message to Meech, and basically let him know that Tammy was an informant. We later received a message from him saying that it had to be a misunderstanding. Just call her, she'll straighten this out, so on, so on. And at this time, my dad was like, I'm not dumb, I'm not about to call an informant.
The more digging I did, the more information I found. And from the looks of it, Cuffy been pushing this narrative of Big Meech being a rat, being an informant, being a snitch for about 15 years. And I came across a jail phone call where Cuffy explained it all. But before we get to this content, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get this video to 100 likes. I need a quick 20. So hit that like button on your way in. If we pass 100, I need 500 likes. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 likes. I need y'all to turn me up. I'm back on my grind right now. I'm digging. I'm doing my homework. I'm putting these deep dives together. So I need y'all to support, man, and hit that like button. I appreciate everybody hitting the likes, leaving comments, subscribing. On the road to 5,000 subscribers on my second channel. Really trying to get to 10. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. So we gonna get to this content, bro, because this looking crazy, bro. Big Meech looking like he all bad. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thinking, and we gonna talk about it.
And you know, worked for Vibe and a lot of other different companies, and I become a branding and marketing specialist over the years.
Wow.
That's my whole thing. So when I was with The Source, you know, I met a lot of people, did a lot of things. When I worked with Vibe, I met a lot of people. But my thing is always being a humble, nice guy. So, you know, a lot of times people get in positions, they arrogant and they miss all the connects. I'm the humble guy. I want to talk to the quiet in the corner and this person right here and the mopping the floor, because you never know how circumstances change. You need all types of people in your corner. But so I got with Sosa, I got connected through Sosa because at the time I was doing what I'm doing, helping Pops. They brought me to Pops and they was like, yeah, he got a record label, he needs some help, he needs some consulting, can you help him? And that's how I started my relationship with the family. You know, from that point I met, you know, Meech and most of the top guys. At the time I was living around the corner with an OG named Michael Concepcion. And so I would go,
I know, Mike.
yeah, I used to go the back route through the neighborhood, make sure nobody was following me to go to Pop's house once things got hot. So that's pretty much where I did my business. When I with them, I had a time limit. It was business. I stayed at the house for 15, 20 minutes, shake some hands and leave. I never hung out, was a hanger-on and groupie and doing none of that shit, because I knew that if I did that, would look at me different. You know what I'm saying? So I just came, handled my business. When you saw them at the Source Awards and they was all in them seats getting the shout outs and they had the 4-page spread, you know, that was all my connects back at the time, because Benzino asked me, yo, Cal, what's up with these dudes? They good? I was like, yeah, them is solid, man. They good people. Because when I met Pops, I really didn't know anything that was going on. All I knew is he had a record company and he needed help with marketing. So I had that girl.
Who is Pops? Who do you call him Pops?
Pops is Wayne, Weezy.
Oh, Weezy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. See, I was lost when you said Pops.
Yeah. I always called him Pops or Weezy, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
So henceforward, you know, I was around when things was, you know, kind of started going bad, and Pops got me with another writer who was a guy who used to be the former editor of Rolling Stone. He was trying to get us, you know, to put the whole story together and all that. And at the same time, I ran into a familiar person. I was put with this woman named Tammy Cowans. Tammy was communicating with me regarding, you know, her position, trying to help. They basically said, Cal, help Tammy. And because they knew that at the time, Tammy, you know, she didn't know.
Right.
Now, let me tell you what I know that was weird. Tammy was communicating with me, communicating. She was telling me everything was going on. And then one day she she disappeared. She ghosted me. And I could never figure it out. And I'm going to tell you something. The first time I met her, I met her in person at the Intercontinental in Buckhead, and she came across very striking, but it was something I couldn't put my finger on because I was like, how does this type of woman get involved? I couldn't figure it out because she seemed so out of place. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I didn't question it. I just did what I was asked to do, which was to look out for the family. So I was looking out, trying to connect with her. I was dealing with Tony at the time. They were trying to do their little BMFY. Long story short, I held Wayne down the entire time he was out in jail. Took care of some things for him. So when he came home, you know, we had already been writing on the story based on Pop's perspective and involvement. And then he put me with Sosa, and Sosa blew my head off because no one in the organization, no one around could tell me about the old school shit. All I could tell me is about, you know, going forward from California, how everything came to be.
But see, Sosa and myself, we all before all of that. You feel me?
Right.
Sosa is a day one. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And see, Meech, I'm the first put $1 million in his pocket. He never seen that till he came to the loop. You feel me?
I heard
He
about you,
never seen
dog.
that.
I heard you was just an outstanding dude, man. Take care of your business, and your reputation in a good way preceded itself. So I understand now, based on from what we've dealt with and seen with this whole thing with Tammy, man. Speak on that for me.
What Meech and Tammy did is called, because you're not in the system. Thank God you're not. I hate to see brothers in this system, but brothers who are familiar with this system, it's a nasty, nasty system. What Meech and Tammy did was called a third-party cooperation. What happened was,
this call is from a federal prison.
Originally I was put with Tammy. I paid for the script. I paid $250,000. That's my script. That's why 50 when he came in, because we put a assistant deceased order in through my attorney. That's why they couldn't do a motion picture. That's why you didn't see the BMF story on the big screen. So 50 ran it through that he run that other that he do. So what happened was, homie, I wasn't even the original target. They wanted to get a little Mexican. He's actually a cartel member out of L.A. named Suarez. You'll see his name in the paperwork, Fidel Suarez. He was their initial target. You feel me?
Right.
He was their initial target. But with me calling in while they were trying to set up Fidel Suarez, she clicked over and told the agents who was listening to her and Suarez, hold on, this is Cuff. And when they heard the name Cuff, they went, and that's when her and Meech turned this scheme toward me. You feel me? So what it did was, this is what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to give Meech a time cut for her cooperation and set me up. But also, it kills two birds with one stone. It puts me in jail, and now they don't have to split any of the revenue with me. My buddy and my partner along with me his name is Louis Burrell. That's MC Hammer's big brother.
That's who Tammy was coming out here to see.
That was me.
And that was, and I'm gonna tell you the year. That was 2015. No, that was like 14.
Way earlier than that. It started way earlier than that. Way earlier than that. Around 2010, homie. Way earlier than that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we gotta go way back.
We put $50 million on the table through Lionsgate Films, through Louis Burrell's Connect in the movie industry up there. Now, what we did not know is why Tammy would turn down that deal with me and Louis Burrell getting 20% of that budget. You understand what I'm saying? For a finder's fee. So what ended up happening was we didn't know that they had other plans and that she was sleeping with the feds and that they would put me off in prison and run away with my script and don't have to give me anything. So it was supposed to give Meech a time cut and knock me out of my percentage, me and Louis Burrell out of our percentage for the finder's fee with Lionsgate's film. Well, Lionsgate, when Louis went, so they backdoored us. Lionsgate shot it down when Louis Burrell wasn't no longer a part of it. You feel me?
Right.
So Tammy's whole thing fell apart. Meech couldn't get a time cut because they found out Tammy has no credibility. Because when you can't have a relationship with a federal agent, now you have no credibility. So they thing blew up. They thing fell all the way apart and blew up. That's why Meech didn't get a time cut. But Tammy testified in open court that she signed up to be a DA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
This call is from a federal prison.
Special Agent Keith Cromer testified that Demetrius Flannery knew about this whole thing, but he just wanted to keep his name out of the documents. The special agent told Flannery that he could not do that. He can only do that if Cuff don't go to trial. And with Cuff's record, he can't afford to go to trial. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
But in the midst of all of this, she ends up flipping on the special agent Keith Cromer, and their whole deal went in the trash. So that's why we're at the point to where we're at now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long does your relationship go back with Meech, Cuff? How long have you known him? What you guys go
1990,
back?
1990, homie. 1990. My beautiful daughter that you talk with, my son, and my other daughter, they look at this nigga uncle, homie.
Now, from my understanding, you guys reached out to him when the paperwork came down. She said that you knew who the CI was, and you told her and her mom, and you guys sent a message to Meech. What was his response when this stuff came down, and you were like, "Yo, bruh, what's going on?" What did you get from Meech?
When I got locked up, homie, and when I seen where this whole conspiracy was coming from, I laughed at it and I didn't believe in it, and I knew that Meech could come forward and kill the whole conspiracy. Just saying that the conspiracy is based on Meech communicating from Tammy, sending me a truckload of drugs. It's all made up from jail, homie. He could have killed this whole deal. They never had any drugs. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how conspiracy works in this system, in this nasty system. But when Meech shot down the offer, when we sent my attorneys out, he was at FCI Lompoc in California. And he responded back to my attorneys that he didn't want to have nothing to do with nothing, and he stopped communicating with them. So then that told my attorneys right there that Demetrius Flannery is a part of this whole deal. And I couldn't believe it. You feel me? So that's what his response was, that he don't know nothing about all this. Well, Demetrius Flannery has been locked up since 2005, and how are you my unindicted? He's listed in my paperwork, homie, as my unindicted co-conspirator serving 30 years at FCI Lompoc in California. How are you in my paperwork, man? And how are you this famous drug dealer who's in magazines and books and movies, and you are in bed with a government informant that testified in court that she cooperated and set your nigga up, a 30-year partner, to give you a time cut? How are you this celebrity drug lord, but you in bed with a government informant? And how do you not know about this? And you in my documents is my co-defendant, my unindicted co-defendant.
If you still here though, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get this video to 100 likes. If we pass 100, 500 likes. If we pass 500, 1,000 likes. Turn me up. Could reacts. Just reloaded. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. On the road to 5,000 subscribers, really trying to get to 10. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and tell a friend. Hit that share button. Leave a comment. Comment back to every comment. But to me, it's looking like Big Meech might be all bad. I ain't seen no paperwork, so I can't really call it. I've been seeing some little work floating, but that got to be verified. So I'm waiting for that to get verified, and I'm going to probably do a video on that. But until then, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, daily content, could reacts. It's looking crazy. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But we're going to talk about it, man. To the next one, another one. Gone.